Welcome back to Gotham, where we share stories that warm the heart and challenge the mind. Today's tale takes us into the depths of prejudice, ignorance, and the unexpected twists that life often delivers. It begins in a renowned restaurant, where what should have been a simple dinner turns into a moment of reckoning. Stay with us as we follow one couple's journey through dignity, grace, and quiet strength in the face of discrimination, leading to the downfall of a man consumed by hate. It was a perfect evening. The air was crisp, a gentle breeze stirred the autumn leaves, and the fading sun painted the city streets with gold. Marcus and Olivia Daniels walked hand in hand through the cobblestone alleys of downtown Charleston. Their soft laughter mingled with the distant hum of the bustling cafes, filling the evening with warmth. Tonight was special. Tonight marked 10 years of love, endurance, and triumph over life's challenges. The couple had chosen Luron, an elegant French bistro known for its exclusivity and breathtaking view of Charleston's historic district. As they approached, Olivia, stunning in her emerald gown, held Marcus's arm a little tighter. "This is perfect," she whispered, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Marcus smiled down at her. "Only the best for you," he said, though beneath his calm exterior, he felt something strange brewing. Behind Luron's grand facade stood Harold, the owner, watching from the shadows. He had run the restaurant for years, cultivating an air of sophistication and exclusivity, or rather, exclusion. To Harold, appearances mattered most, and his beliefs about who belonged in his establishment were as old and rigid as the bricks that formed its walls. When Marcus and Olivia entered, Harold's eyes narrowed. His gaze swept over their designer clothes, but his mind was clouded by something darker. The couple, in his eyes, did not belong. Masking his disdain behind a thin smile, he approached. "Good evening," he said with an edge of condescension. "Can I help you?" "Yes," Marcus replied calmly. "We have a reservation for 2. Daniels. But Harold's smile faltered. "I'm sorry," he said, his voice suddenly cold. "We're fully booked tonight." Olivia's brow furrowed. "But we made the reservation weeks ago." Her words were steady, but confusion flickered in her eyes. Harold didn't budge. "There must have been a mistake. We have no tables available," he said, the thin veil of prejudice slipping with each word. Marcus and Olivia could feel what was really happening. Marcus took a deep breath. He had faced men like Harold before, men who judged others by the color of their skin rather than their character. "Is that so?" he asked quietly, locking eyes with Harold. "Yes, that's so," Harold replied, crossing his arms smugly. "Now, if you'll excuse me." Olivia gently tugged at Marcus's arm, urging him to leave. "Let's go," she whispered, not wanting to make a scene. But Marcus remained rooted, not out of pride, but out of something deeper, a quiet understanding. With a composed smile, he turned to Olivia. "All right, we'll find somewhere else." What Harold didn't know, what he couldn't have imagined, was that Marcus Daniels was no ordinary man. A successful entrepreneur, Marcus was on the verge of purchasing the parent company that owned Luron and its chain of upscale restaurants across the East Coast. The deal was nearly sealed. All that remained was Marcus's final decision. Later that evening, at a warm, welcoming restaurant filled with laughter and music, Marcus turned to Olivia. "I've made up my mind about Luron," he said. Olivia smiled knowingly. "I think you already know what to do." The next morning, Marcus made a call to the CEO. "I'm moving forward with the acquisition," he said, his voice calm and measured. "But there's one condition. The manager of the Charleston location, he's not staying." For days, Harold continued about his business, blissfully unaware of the storm that was about to hit. That is, until a letter arrived from corporate headquarters. His hands trembled as he read it. His restaurant had been sold, and he had been replaced, effective immediately. His years of running Luron had come to an abrupt and irreversible end. The world he had built on exclusion and arrogance crumbled beneath him in a single moment. As Harold packed his things and walked out of Luron for the last time, his thoughts inevitably turned back to the couple he had dismissed so easily. He had underestimated them, and it had been his undoing. Meanwhile, Marcus and Olivia continued to thrive. Under Marcus's new ownership, the restaurant flourished, transformed into a place where everyone was welcome, no matter their background. Their quiet grace in the face of prejudice didn't just lead to Harold's downfall, it sparked a change that rippled far beyond one man's small-mindedness. Life has a way of teaching lessons in the most unexpected ways. For Harold, it was a harsh reminder that ignorance and hate have no place in a world that is ever changing and ever growing. For Marcus and Olivia, their story stands as a testament to the power of dignity, resilience, and the ability to rise above. Thank you for joining us on Hopeful Horizon. If this story resonated with you, let us know in the comments below. Where are you listening from? And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to stay connected to more inspiring tales that remind us of the strength of the human spirit.